Welcome to the deep dive.
Okay, let's unpack this. We've got a really fantastic stack of updates straight from ArcBlock. These cover several key products, things fundamental to your decentralized identity and how you operate online. Our mission today, well, it's to cut through all the tech speak, really distill the most important gets for you, so you walk away actually feeling well-informed without that usual information overload.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here, I think, is how these individual updates aren't just like small, isolated things. They really work together. They collectively enhance the entire ArcBlock ecosystem, makes it more powerful, more user-friendly. So we're going to dig into each one. We'll start with DID names. That's seeing some pretty significant enhancements. Then we'll look at the ArcBlock Media Kit, the ArcSphere Client's Blocklet Store, and finish up with DID spaces. It's basically a full product roundup for everyone in the community. Right. Think of this as your personal shortcut. You get to understand what's new, why it actually matters, and how it makes things, fundamentally better for you. Get ready for maybe some aha moments as we figure out what these updates really mean for your digital life. So let's kick off right where the journey often begins for a lot of us, DID names. Just a quick refresher for anyone maybe new to this DID names. Decentralized identifier names, they're essentially your domain names, but on the blockchain. User-owned. So unlike traditional domains, you have complete control, no central authority needed. And these latest updates, they seem to be all about making management easier and giving users even more power. What's jumping out to you first from these changes, especially thinking about user empowerment?
Okay, so a really significant one is the domain retrieval with currency unit switching. Now, this isn't just a small tweak. It's a critical step toward making decentralized identity truly global. You can now, effortlessly see domain pricing in whatever your local currency is. By removing that friction, that mental calculation of currency conversion, we're lowering barriers. It helps users in, well, all sorts of different economies. It really speeds up the global reach of DID names, making digital identity ownership genuinely accessible everywhere.
This sounds huge.
Yeah.
Really big for accessibility. And I see something here about responsive design improvements. This isn't just about making it look pretty, is it? It's a kind of critical now with everyone using phones. I know I've definitely been frustrated trying to manage something quickly on mobile with a clunky interface. What specifically changed there?
You've nailed it. It's key. The platform's had a major redesign, specifically for responsiveness. Ensures a totally seamless experience, whether you're on a desktop, a tablet, or your mobile. The whole interface just adapts perfectly, which is, like you said, crucial for managing digital assets when you're not at your desk. So no more pinching and zooming, trying to hit the right button.
Okay, and for anyone juggling, say, multiple domains, this batch update functionality sounds like a lifesaver. I can almost hear the sighs of relief from developers who've spent hours, clicking through updates manually. Tell us
Yeah.
about that one.
Oh, absolutely. We've heard that exact story many times. So this new feature lets you do mass updates on services for multiple domains all at once. If you're a developer, maybe managing a big portfolio, this is a massive boost to efficiency. Huge. But honestly, even if you just have a few now but plan to grow, it's sort of future-proofing yourself. It's really about giving users more control and saving that valuable time. Lets you focus on creating, not just tedious admin.
Right. More creating, less clicking. I like it. And shifting to the look and feel, there's a modernized UI for domain management. What does that actually bring to the table, beyond just, looking nicer?
Well, the UI has had a significant facelift. It uses a cleaner, sort of card-based layout now, makes navigating domain details much easier, more visual, so it improves aesthetics and functionality. And alongside that, there's the improved domain overview. It now includes the direct identifier, the DID components right there, and security tooltips. So crucial info about your identity and its security is just available at a glance. Helps you make more informed decisions. So not just prettier, but smarter too, more informative.
That sounds really practical. And finding what you need, how about the enhanced search functionality?
Search has been improved quite a bit. It now respects domain hierarchies better, which basically means it's much easier to find the specific domain you're looking for without wading through tons of irrelevant stuff. Oh, and there's a neat new thing, Domain Parking Page Auto Addition. When you register or manage domains, the system can now instantly generate a basic parking page for it. Streamlines setting up that initial placeholder content so you have something live immediately while you build out the real site. Makes that first step really efficient.
Ah, that's a genuine time saver. Nice. Any key fixes or maybe performance boosts listeners should know about, things that make the DID names experience just feel more solid?
Definitely. There are several General stability and performance enhancements. For instance, a fix was put into standardized date field types across the platform. Removes little inconsistencies. We also improved icon opacity for service logos, just makes them clear. Minor, but helpful. On the performance side, implementing database transaction support is quite important. It ensures data consistency when you're updating domains or DNS records. Think of it like this. Updating your domain involves several small changes happening together, right? Transaction support makes sure that all those changes succeed perfectly, or if one tiny thing goes wrong, none of them stick. Your data stays consistent. It's like ensuring an online bank transfer either fully completes or totally fails, no leaving money stuck in limbo. Prevents those frustrating partial updates. Gives you peace of mind.
Okay, that
With
makes
the
sense. Like an all or nothing guarantee.
Exactly. Plus, enhanced error handling now gives clearer messages if something does go wrong, messages that actually help you figure out what to do. And optimized service info fetching means when you look up details for your DID name or its services, the info just pops up faster, less waiting.
Uh-huh.
It's all about making the whole experience feel more immediate, more responsive.
Okay, wow, that's a really comprehensive look at DID names, clearly empowering users with more control and just a smoother ride overall. Naturally, as you start managing your digital identity with DID names, you're going to be creating and sharing content, which brings us perfectly to the ArcBlock Media Kit. And there's a crucial privacy update here, I understand. What's the big news there? Especially thinking about protecting user data.
Yeah, the standout feature in Media Kit, absolutely, is automatic EXIF data removal. For anyone not familiar, EXIF data is all that metadata like camera model, date, time, sometimes even exact GPS coordinates that gets embedded in your image files by your camera, by your phone. Now, when you upload an image, Media Kit automatically strips that sensitive information away. This hugely enhances user privacy. It makes sure you only share what you mean to share without accidentally revealing where or when a photo was taken. It's a subtle but really powerful improvement, especially important for content creators today.
That's fantastic. Yeah, huge for privacy-conscious folks. What a relief for anyone who's ever accidentally shared a bit too much info. Any other immediate user experience things or performance boosts in Media Kit?
Yes, there's a specific fix for image paste upload issues in Safari.
Yeah.
So a smoother experience for Safari users, which is good. And sort of under the hood, the database was migrated from NetDB to SQLite. Now that's technical, but the result for you is better performance, better reliability, faster, more secure data operations. Think of it like upgrading from an old, maybe slightly sticky filing cabinet to a modern digital archive. Everything's just snappier, more robust.
Got it. Okay, moving right along to the ArcSphere client and its Blocklet Store. This is really where users find and manage their decentralized apps and components, right? They're blocklets. What makes the latest updates here impactful for someone who's looking to maybe expand their digital toolkit?
Well, the most immediate thing users will probably notice, and it's very welcome, is the new search icon in the ArcSphere client. Sounds simple, but it just makes accessing search much quicker, encourages you to explore the blocklets more easily, streamlines that whole discovery process, helps you find new tools and functions.
That's great for just finding stuff. And beyond the icon itself, any broader UI improvements for browsing?
Absolutely. There's enhanced visual consistency. They've replaced the old material icons with the Iconify system. This gives it a more unified modern look and feel across the client. And the new icons actually have better hover states, better click feedback, clearer visual cues about what you're interacting with. Also, crucially, improved infinite scrolling performance means you can now scroll through really large lists of blocklets smoothly. No stutters, no delays. Nobody likes that janky scroll right, especially when you're trying to browse a big marketplace. This makes browsing much more efficient, much more pleasant.
Agreed. Smooth scrolling makes a huge difference. Definitely.
What about any under-the-hood fixes for the Blocklet Store itself, things ensuring it stays stable and reliable? Yeah, they've resolved list performance issues, specifically in the list view. So navigating through blocklet listings is just much more responsive now. And then there's the routine but important updated dependencies. This just ensures the Blocklet Store stays secure, reliable, and uses the latest best practices. It's that continuous foundational work that keeps the platform solid, make sure the Blocklet Store is always ready for you.
Our last but definitely not least, let's talk DID spaces. So you've got all these powerful blocklets, now easier to find in ArcSphere. The next logical step is giving users a better space, right? More intuitive, personal space to interact with their whole decentralized world. How are these updates improving that digital environment?
The big visual change here is dark mode support for the text viewer and tooltips. Offers a more comfortable reading experience, especially if you're working in low light. And it provides that visual consistency for users who, like me, prefer dark themes across all their apps. It's a super popular request these days, and honestly, it just makes things look more polished.
That's a definite plus for comfort, yeah, and just general aesthetics.
And what about actually connecting to DID spaces? Has that process gotten any better?
Connecting is much smoother now. There's an embedded DID Connect window, so the connection happens right there, within the page. You don't get that separate pop-up window anymore. Makes for a more seamless experience, fewer interruptions to what you were doing. Plus, the enhanced authentication flow now uses the OAuth standard. Okay, bit technical, but what it means for you is better account security and a smoother, probably more familiar login process. Just enhances peace of mind when you're interacting with your DID spaces. Okay, so wrapping this all up, what does this really mean for you, the listener? We've covered a lot of ground today, haven't we? From those really transformative bash updates and currency switching in DID names, to the vital privacy protection with EXIF data removal in the Media Kit. We looked at the snappier browsing in the ArcSphere client's Blocklet Store, and the improved comfort and security in BID spaces. It seems pretty clear that these updates across the board were all about making your experience smoother, more secure, and just more powerful overall.
Exactly. And we connect this to the bigger picture. It really demonstrates that commitment to continuous improvement. It's driven by user needs, by feedback, and by that overarching vision of empowering decentralized identity. These updates are concrete steps towards a more robust, more intuitive, and importantly, a truly user-controlled digital ecosystem. And just a reminder, for all the detailed documentation, if you want to join community discussions or just explore the product pages for any of these features we talked about, you'll find everything you need over at www.arcblock.io.
Right. And this maybe raises an important question for you to think about. How do these ongoing improvements, these incremental steps in tools and platforms, how do they empower your own digital journey? And maybe what new possibilities do they open up for how you manage your identity, your data, your creations online? Something to mull over. We definitely encourage you to continue your own deep dive into these developments, explore what's now possible. Until next time.